Welcome to Concrete Block, the podcast where we dive into the latest news and current events shaping our world. We've got a packed show for you, with a focus on the upcoming elections and the controversies surrounding some of the candidates. As we take a closer look at the main primary election, Democratic candidate Graham Plattner is facing scrutiny over his past behavior, including a Nazi-linked tattoo and reports of exchanging sexually explicit messages with women while he was married. Despite these controversies, Plattner remains a strong contender to oust Republican Senator Susan Collins, thanks in part to his populist message and endorsements from prominent Democrats like Chuck Schumer and Bernie Sanders. But Plattner's rise to prominence reflects a broader trend in American politics, where voters often feel pressure to choose between the lesser of two evils. A recent Reuters Ipsos poll found that 2/3 of party-aligned respondents said they sometimes have to vote for a candidate they don't like just to prevent the other party from winning power. This principle is being put to the test in Maine, where Plattner's controversies are being weighed against his potential to help Democrats win a majority in the Senate. Meanwhile, in Texas, Republican candidate Ken Paxton is facing his own set of challenges, including a decade-old indictment on charges of defrauding investors and a recent impeachment by the Texas House. Despite these allegations, Paxton has denied all wrongdoing and remains a formidable opponent for Democratic challenger James Tallarico. As we explore these stories and more, it's clear that the 2024 elections will be shaped by deep partisan divides and a willingness among voters to overlook controversies in pursuit of party loyalty. But what does this mean for the future of American politics, and how will independent voters factor into the equation? We'll be right back with more of today's top news on Concrete Block. Welcome back to Concrete Block. We're diving into the latest developments in international diplomacy, and today's story is all about the ongoing efforts to resolve the conflict between Russia and Ukraine. According to recent reports, the Kremlin has stated that there are currently no plans for a telephone call between Russian President Vladimir Putin and U.S. President Donald Trump. This update comes from Kremlin spokesman Dmitry Peskov, who also mentioned that American negotiators Steve Witkoff and Jared Kushner are maintaining contacts with both Russia and Ukraine, although the mediation process on Ukraine is currently on hold. It's worth noting that Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky had a conversation with Witkoff and Kushner, which he described as positive, and expressed appreciation for their readiness to work on a settlement of the Ukraine war in the coming weeks. However, Peskov clarified that the Kremlin was not informed about this call by the U.S. side. The situation is complex, with Russia viewing European mediation efforts as unacceptable at this time, citing concerns that Europe is more focused on continuing the war rather than pursuing peace talks. As the situation continues to unfold, it's essential to consider multiple perspectives and stay informed about the latest developments. We'll continue to monitor this story and provide updates as more information becomes available. In the meantime, we encourage our listeners to stay engaged and think critically about the issues at hand. Welcome back to Concrete Block. As we wrap up today's show, we're taking a closer look at the latest developments in the nation's capital. President Trump has formally nominated Todd Blanche to serve as the next Attorney General, setting the stage for what could be a contentious confirmation process in Congress. Blanche, who has been serving as the acting Attorney General, has been a key figure in the administration's efforts to shape the Justice Department. His nomination has sparked both praise and criticism from lawmakers on both sides of the aisle. Some have praised his experience and qualifications, while others have raised concerns about his involvement in certain high-profile cases and his commitment to upholding the department's independence. As the confirmation process gets underway, lawmakers will be scrutinizing Blanche's record and grilling him with tough questions about his vision for the Justice Department and his approach to key issues like election security and civil rights. It's a critical moment for the nation, as the Attorney General plays a vital role in shaping the country's justice system and ensuring that the rule of law is upheld. Meanwhile, another story that's been making waves in recent days involves Kurt Olson, a special government employee who has been working with the Justice Department on election-related matters. Olson has been accused of trying to access voting equipment and software, and some lawmakers are calling for his removal from the department, The issue highlights the ongoing concerns about election security and the potential for partisan interference in the electoral process. As we delve into these complex issues, it's essential to consider multiple perspectives and evaluate the evidence objectively. At Concrete Block, we're committed to providing you with balanced and informative coverage of the latest developments in politics and beyond. That's all for today's Concrete Block. Remember to like, share, and subscribe, and until next time, stay informed.